Hey guys, I'm Peptal Gaming, and Nintendo have just released a new direct for the Animal Crossing New Horizons game coming out for Switch on March 20th. Now, I've only just got home to watch it, I couldn't watch it live, but there's a lot of information to get through, and I thought I'd just go over the key points and kind of give my reaction to it. Now, it's going to be a long one, so no messing about, buckle in, and let's get into it. We start off Tom Nook introducing the Desert Island package and explains the direct will be in 3 parts. What we already know, any new stuff they've added, and a Q&A section, so I'll split the video into 3 parts as well. They show you designing your home and your campsite at the start, unlike to normal Animal Crossing, but then they go into how you go about choosing your island. You can choose the layout of it from a range of choices, and you can choose whether to live in the Northern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere. Each hemisphere will have the seasons at different times, so at launch, if you pick the Northern Hemisphere, it would be in the springtime. Each season in New Horizons brings a new environment and new opportunities for activities, events, and items to the island. For example, in the spring you can see the cherry blossoms, in the summer the number of bugs will increase, in autumn you can collect autumn leaves for your collection, and in the winter you can see the northern lights in the snow at certain times. Now, at the very start of the game is orientation, where you pick your tent location and the location of your residence tents as well. Once you've got that set up, you can use the island facilities. Now, there are 2 main ones to begin with, the resident services and the airport. The resident services are where you buy everyday goods, sell unwanted items, and craft items with materials that you found. You can also customize furniture with customized designs personalized to you, which is really cool to see as it looks like they're going even more in depth in terms of personalization with New Horizons. You then have the airport, which is basically your hub for local and online play, to travel to your friends' islands up to 8 players, send messages to your friends, and invite them round to your island. Now, they also have some special services by our very own, totally not a loan shark, Tom Nook. You get a Nook phone complete with a camera and Google Maps, which will be updated over time, probably via DLC and updates. Good old Tom also gives you daily announcements to alert you to events and give you much needed advice. He also set up the Nook Mileage program. This sounds more and more like a con the deeper we go into this, where you build up miles through experiences to earn rewards, pay off Tom Nook, or redeem them for newer items. Now, on top of that, they give you some tips for survival, which worried me a bit at the start with some of the things that they said. The island has wasps and scorpions which can kill you if they sting, though they didn't say that explicitly, they just said or worse. Ghosts seem to appear at night, and at random times a castle will appear on your island you have to keep company. Or you can just leave them to die like the horrible human being you are. They also included a rescue service to bring you back to your home if you got lost, which is good because it saves me having to walk all the way across the island if I need to get something from my tent. Now, this is all part of the game, but there are optional extras that come with it. Yes, there's even more. You're able to build a house that seems to be able to expand more and more as you give more money to the loan shark that is Mr. Nook, which has more storage and space for your items and lets you fully design the interior with different pans and furniture. What stood out was the decorating of the house seems to be much simpler and quicker to do than in previous games, and lets you design it pretty much how you want it, which is a welcome improvement. Now, Nook Miles tickets are also a thing. These take you to far and sometimes random islands depending on the pilot, but lets you pick up materials, creatures, and items that you can't get at your island and bring them home, so it's well worth doing if you ask me. They also talk about party play, where I think you can call over other residents on the same island and you choose a leader and a follower, which is interchangeable. You do this to store items using the followers, however I'm not certain if the followers are other players or if they're just your residents. They also introduced the Nooklink app for, I presume, iOS and Android, coming out March 2020, shortly after the game's release. You can use this to scan QR codes and download custom designs from Animal Crossing New Leaf or Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, which is good if you want to copy over designs that you've had in other games. You can also use this app to text chat your friends playing the game. Now, that was just part 1, so let's get into the newer stuff. Now, if you keep expanding your island as you play, more residents will arrive at your island, as well as more buildings and services as well. These buildings and services include a museum showing off the ecosystem of the island, Nook's Cranny, a shop of items and materials that you can't craft, Able Sisters, a tailor for clothes shopping, and a campsite to invite guests to do various recreation activities. These will pop up on the island, but what's good is if you want to build another home, you can reserve a spot beforehand so it doesn't ruin your plans. Now, probably the best part of the direct was Nook Residential Services expanding to a real building, which means you could hire them to remodel and expand your house complete with moving services and designs by, you guessed it, Isabelle. Because of their success and your island's success, you'll eventually get tourists of all kinds and traveling merchants who can sell you non-craftable items. Now, you'll also get events and activities around the year. They mentioned a fishing tourney and a bug off, their words not mine, with updates over time releasing more events. But what's even better than all of that is the full customizability of the island when you get a permit. Once you get this permit, then you can build roads, bridges, rivers, cliffs, even waterfalls, so you can make the island exactly how you want it to be. It's safe to say there's way more in this Animal Crossing than in any other installment by a long way, and I'm so excited for it. They finished up with a Q&A which I'll just blow through quickly. The main things are you can play up to 8 players on one Switch with each player getting their own house. It has amiibo support, but not for every Animal Crossing amiibo yet. You can visit friends on other islands, or you can go to other players' islands via dodo codes, and only your best friends can use items that you have on that island. Sadly, it's not supported by the Nintendo Switch Cloud service, which is a shame, but there will be backup in special cases like console damage or faulty console causing data loss, but I wouldn't count on it. Players can also receive special items through the Pocket Camp app, and they finished it off by showing us again the absolutely gorgeous New Horizons Edition Switch console and case cover, which from the Joy-Cons to the back to the docking bay is an absolute must buy. I plan to buy this edition of the Switch because I don't think I've ever seen a Switch look that good in terms of designs, colour, everything. They've done such a great job with this and is likely to sell out quickly. But other than that, that's basically the Animal Crossing Direct. A bit of a long one, but a good one with some good content, good information, and a lot of hype around it. I cannot wait for March 20th, and I'm sure a lot of you can't either, because from what I've seen so far, this is looking to be probably the best Animal Crossing to date ever released by Nintendo. Well, that's it for me. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and make sure to leave a comment down below about what you guys thought about the Animal Crossing Direct. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.